In this video, we're going to be looking at functions again, but this time we're going to add a little twist to the function, which is that we're going to put something into those brackets. All right, let me do my function definition again. I'll call this function closing time. And this time, inside the brackets, I'm going to put something, and it's going to be a variable. And we'll call that variable time. Okay? And so inside the function, we'll have something like if time is greater than, say, 9, we'll print a little message for us. It's okay, so that's if time is greater than 9. So, and let's put an else. Not yet. Closing time. Get back to work. Okay, so that's my function. So you can see in the function, it has a time. It has this variable here. And if that variable ends up being greater than 9, we're going to print this message. Otherwise, we'll print out something else. So the behavior of this function is going to depend on the time. Okay, so that's done. Now let's go to my my main code here and see what to put here. I'm going to get an input from the user, and we'll call it put in your time, and we'll see if it's time to go home, something like that. Okay. We'll assign it a variable name. We can say response, could be anything. Okay, and yeah. So I'm going to do my function call now. Function call, as you recall, is the name of the function, and then the brackets. So I have something inside the brackets in my function definition that tells me that I need something inside the brackets in the function call. And what is it going to be? Well, this input is going to be the time, right? So I'm going to put that into the brackets like so. And that should be able to give me that result. And we'll just try running that. And let's say 10. And we have an error because we have this old problem of string and int, so we know how to solve that. We just put int around this thing. We could put int anywhere, but we'll put it there. And we'll run that again. And put in your time. So let's say 11. It's closing time. Go home. Don't forget to turn out the lights. So this one held true, so it printed out those things. Okay. Let's try a smaller time. Let's try 7. See, not yet. Closing time, get back to work. Okay, so you see how the connection goes, right? The input, we put in the input, it goes into response. When we do our function call, we're putting in that response, which has this thing in it. So this number goes into my function as time. So I know that we have a difference between the name of this variable and the name of this variable, but it doesn't matter because we have one thing in the brackets and we're expecting one thing in the brackets, so we just assume that that thing is, what it's supposed to be. We could have named this time and put this time here. That would work out also, but it doesn't have to be the case. We could do it like that. In fact, we could also do like just a random number. So I could just put like an 8 here, and no, let's put a big number. Let's put 10. Let's just comment out this input so that we only have the function call with the number 10. Run it. Closing time, go home, because 10 is greater than 9, so it printed this stuff. Okay. We can also have multiple things in here. So say we have also the time and also the date. Let's say the month. Sure. So if we have two, and so what should we do with the month here? We can just print it. Print current month is month. Okay. So this time, okay, let's put it back to how it was before with the response. Okay. If I run it now, we get an error because closing time missing one required positional argument. Okay, so the problem is we have two things in the brackets here, and we have just one thing in these brackets. So two things in the bracket in the definition, function definition brackets, and only one thing in the function call brackets. So Python is confused. It doesn't know what to do. So we can put something in here. In this case, you know, we could get another response, but I'm just going to put a string in here. We'll call it October. And so now, because it has two things here and two things here, it knows what to do. And it's going to actually, it does it in order that it appears. So this is the first one. So this is the first thing we give it. So this response is going into that variable time. The second thing that we give it is October, and so that's going into this second variable here, month. So yeah, and if we had a third and fourth, it would just go in order like that. Okay, let's run this. Okay, put in your time. Let's say 12. Okay, closing time, go home. So it does this. Current month is month. Current month is October. This is October, which went into this month, and we're printing out the month here. Okay, we could change that to a different one, say August, and run that again. And let's say it's 10 o'clock. There, current month is August. So whatever the second thing that we're going to put in here, that's going to become the month. Okay, so that's how it works. These things are called arguments. Some people call them parameters. Both are the same thing. I would normally use the word arguments to refer to these. Basically, this is the stuff, we call it passing in. So these are the information that we're passing in to our function. All right, so that's all for this lesson, and we'll see you in the next one.